You ready, Dylan?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm loving the energy as well, Sergio. Bring it my way, brother. I'm feeling that.
Okay. Hola amigos de Freim, ¿cómo están? Yo soy Sergio Godoy y hoy tenemos una entrevista muy especial con alguien super rapper, multiinstrumentalista, funky, smoothie. ¿Qué más puedo decir? Él es el rapero británico Dylan Cartlidge. ¿Es correct, Cartlidge?
Yes, correct. Hola, thank you very much for having me.
Okay, inspire me by your information on Facebook, okay?
yeah, definitely. That's the one.
Hi Dylan, thanks. How are you? Nice to meet you.
I'm very well, thank you. Nice to meet you and your listeners. Obviously crazy time in the world, but I'm well, thank you.
Okay, thanks. Welcome to Freim Interviews from Mexico City. Do you know Mexico or have you come to Mexico?
I haven't been to Mexico. My knowledge of Mexico is definitely not what it should be. It's somewhere I'd love to visit when the pandemic is over, but I can only really talk about football. I've always been a fan of Mexican footballers. From Barrera to Rafael Marquez to Ander Herrera. I've just always been really a massive fan of Spanish football and Mexican football.
Of soccer.
Yeah, soccer. Sorry, soccer.
No, don't worry. Don't worry. Yes, soccer is most famous here in Mexico. For example, America, Chivas, Cruz Azul.
Yes, Tigres, everything. I love it. Yes, I love it. I love it as well.
And you have to try the tacos al pastor, suadero, all the food, all the Mexican food.
I hear it's amazing. I love to try it. I'm a big foodie, and Mexican food seems amazing. Okay, it's a pleasure to have you in this interview. First of all, I'm very glad that you are in healthy. And I hope we don't battle with our accents because my English is kind of rosy. So welcome. Do you know Spanish? A little, a poquito? I don't, unfortunately. I wish I did. First of all, thank you very much for having me.
Okay.
This interview will be totally fine because your English is far better than my Spanish, I can tell you that.
Thank you so much, Dylan. Okay, so tell me, where are you from?
So I am from a small kind of seaside town in the UK, in the north of the UK, and it's a small town that's right near the sea.
Okay.
And that's where I'm from.
Okay, is North Yorkshire?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. So I never been there, but I hope to go soon. Coming soon, please.
You can definitely come once this is all over. You're more than welcome. You can come to my house and have some great.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Dylan. Tell us, since when did you started your career?
I've been doing it now. I've been releasing music for maybe 3 or 4 years. I started out obviously doing it as a kid, but I've been doing it kind of professionally 3 or 4 years and releasing music through
Ok, perfecto. Bueno, él nos cuenta que inició su carrera desde muy niño, estuvo presente desde ahí, empezó a crecer poco a poco. So the whole world was put on pause by a pandemic that shook everyone. Fortunately, some artists were able to continue their musical projects, and this is Dylan's case. Dylan's case or Dylan? I don't know.
Either's fine. You could call me anything. You could call me Taco, whatever you want to call me. I just, and I respond to most names.
Okay, thanks so much, Dylan. Dylan, you got a lot of congrats in 2019 for your debut, Monsters Under the Bed. Tell us where all this inspiration comes from.
I guess it comes from life. I think that, obviously everybody goes through hardships and everybody goes through, good times and bad times. And I think that I try my best to, learn about myself through the struggle. I think everybody can, put a Facebook post up or, post on social media on a good day. But I find that I learn about myself the most on the hard days or the days where you struggle to get yourself going, and you know you need to do something. You have responsibilities,
Yes.
and I derive a lot of creativity from that, and a lot of my inspiration comes from overcoming obstacles in life.
Okay, it's great. Many fans feel identified with your phrase due to what happened in the world, and you don't have similar songs, but they are all based on your phrase hope about adversity. Correct?
Yes, that's correct. It's what that's what I stand by, and I feel like a lot of people kind of in the position that I'm in, being a recording artist. Not
Yes.
a lot of people get those opportunities, especially not a lot of people from kind of like similar backgrounds. I had kind of a tough upbringing, and I know that that's the same for a lot of people in Mexico. And I feel like it's something that I think it makes extra special. Everybody loves an underdog story, and everybody loves a story of somebody making something out of nothing. And I really try and live by that, and make sure that the world doesn't necessarily try to put me in a box or try to tell me what I should do based on where I'm from or what I look like.
Okay, correct. So the principles of the principles you use on your music are based on the happiness.
I think that they. I try and I think they mostly come from more negative experiences, but in really trying to turn those into positives.
Yes.
So I think they, like I say, it comes from the struggle, it comes from the hardship, but it's really about turning those things and then really appreciating why you do that, and being like yes, there's hard times, but it makes it all worth while when you get those good moments.
Okay. One of the good news is that you release another single at the beginning of the year. Molosses, Walk the Walk. I already heard it yesterday, and I read on YouTube that you wrote the beat in an awkward situation on a plane.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. So I think it was quite funny actually. I've been to America for the first time. I went to play in Austin, Texas, where I had the closest thing I've had to fully authentic Mexican food. I had some absolutely amazing quesadillas and tacos, and just a lovely blend of American and Latino culture and Mexican culture that came into absolutely amazing food. And then I was getting the plane home, and there was 4 of us, so there was me and my 3 friends, and we were coming home.
Okay.
And obviously, when you're on a plane, there's usually only 3 seats in a row, and it was always going to be me that was the one person that was on the row. And so I ended up being on the road with this couple, like a boyfriend and girlfriend, who were arguing for 10 hours straight.
Was a couple. Okay.
Yeah, it was a couple, and they were just arguing, and I was just like, whoa, I think, now I'm not going to sleep, so I may as well put my headphones on and make a song. And the beat that I made on that plane was then the song that became Molasses.
Okay. So it's a success. Listen to it on YouTube. Yes, it's in YouTube, no?
Yes, it's on YouTube. You can find it.
Okay, perfect. So, ahora en Spanish, vamos a explicar un poco los géneros que Dina nos comenta. Él se basa mucho en el indie, en el funk y también un poco en el R&B. What is the genre that has influenced you the most?
Probably hip hop. I think hip hop. I'm a kind of rapper first and foremost, and I just I feel like hip hop again is music that's really come out of struggle. It's come out of making something out of nothing, and it's really about it's not anything flashy. You don't need anything expensive to do it. You don't have to have lessons. You can just do it with having nothing, and you can create it, and you can use who you are, and you can turn who you are and what you've experienced into an art. And that's just something that I really am glad that that's around, because that's what I've managed to do this on.
It's so easy.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so to finish, let's talk about the future. With which artist would you like to work?
It's a good question. There's lots of artists, and all of them I'd love to work with. I'm a massive fan of Oliver Tree.
Okay.
At the US right now, it's really cool. There's a German band that I love called Giant Roots, who I really feel. And maybe Kid Cudi. I'm a massive Kid Cudi fan, so I really love Kid Cudi.
For example, a Tribe Called Quest or another bands, the Libertines in the UK.
Yeah, all those would be great choices too. I think, definitely. Some there's been, and this is the thing I feel like with the pandemic. At the moment, arts and people in general are kind of being suppressed down and kind of being locked down and restricted, and that's led to less movies and films and music being made. But I'm so ready for when we're going to have this big explosion of art when this is all over.
Okay, perfect. So finally, we are surprised that you released a new single this March 12th. Tell us about this new single.
This is a new single that's part of a project that I've written in lockdown, and it's really about the what I'm about, which is overcome adversity and overcoming obstacles. Yes. And I found myself, I guess like everybody, struggling to hold on to hope in such a difficult time all over the world. And so, this song is about, being able to just wake up and put one foot in front of the other and, kind of jump into whatever life throws at you and explore anything could happen. And I'm hoping that anything can happen this year.
Anything could happen is the name of the new song.
Yes.
Okay, it will be an honor to hear it. We will put it in the social media of Freim, all your music. and Dylan, which platforms will it be on this song?
That's amazing. Thank you very much. And this song will be on Spotify, Deezer, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
All the platforms.
Just every platform, every single platform.
Okay. So Dylan, thank you so much for this interview. Could you tell us your Instagram account?
Thank you very much, Sergio. To you and your listeners, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you. If you want to find me on social media, you can. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and you can find me at Dylan Cartlidge Music.
Okay, so perfect. Thanks, Dylan, and we hope this fucking virus is gone. So you come soon to a tour on Mexico, coming soon, and much success.
Thank you very much, and you'll have to take me to a Tigres game. I would love to see that.
Thank you so much, Dylan.
Yes, to you too. Take care. Gracias.
Bye bye. Gracias, Dylan. Thank you so much.